So let's start with, begin with the new chapter that is called electrochemistry. So before going to study about this electrochemistry, so many basic concepts which are going to be involved here. So that's why before starting this chapter, let's begin with some of the basic concept behind the electrochemistry. So let's discuss with the redox reactions. Redox reactions means whenever this is the process of the involvement of the simultaneous oxidation as well as the reduction in one reaction, we are going to call as the redox reactions. So in these categories of this oxidation and reductions, we are going to difference here, and this oxidation which can be defined as so many ways. Simultaneously, reduction also can be defined so many ways. So let us discuss here. First one, oxidation means simple addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen. What about this reduction? Just it is opposite word. Addition is addition of the oxygen. Here, removal of the oxygen. Removal of the oxygen. Oh. So addition of the oxygen. First, I take the example: metal, aluminum metal. I am going to adding the oxygen because the definition tells that addition of the oxygen. Now I am going to add these oxygen molecules to metal. What is we are going to talk here? That is called A2O3. You should not look at about the balancing form. Just you should understand the concept here, but you should not worry about this balancing here. So what about this removal of oxygen? It is the opposite word. Now I am going to take A2O3 plus carbon. Now I am going to take carbon dioxide and metal. I am going to eliminate here. So once again, you should not look for the balance form. Just only look for the reaction. What happens? It tells that I am going to add this oxygen towards this metal. Aluminum oxide is going to form. So this type of reaction we are going to call as the oxidation. Whereas reduction is removal of the oxygen from this reactant Al2O3, right? So I am going to remove this oxygen. So this when it is going to be treated with the carbon. So we are going to obtain the carbon dioxide and aluminum metal. We are going to remove here. So this is called the removal of the oxygen. This is called one type of definition. Second type, addition of oxygen. Okay. So next one, removal of the hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen is going to be called as the oxidation. How we are going to remove this one? So let's take an example. Methane I am going to take here plus oxygen. What is the reaction is going to form here? Carbon dioxide plus water coming. Water is coming out here. So what happens is removal of the hydrogen. Now I am going to remove this hydrogen from this carbon element, right? I am going to remove. So that is for the removal of hydrogen is going to be called as the oxidation. So this reaction is example for the oxidation. Similarly, this is called addition of the hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen means now I am going to take the ethene molecule CH2 double bond CH2. Now I am going to add the hydrogen molecule in presence of some of the catalyst like palladium. What is your going to obtain here? That is called CH3 CH3. I am going to adding this hydrogen, one hydrogen to this carbon and one more hydrogen towards this carbon. That is formed the alkane is going to form. So this type of reaction is example for the addition of hydrogen. So addition of hydrogen is nothing but the reduction. Or one more term, loss of electrons. We are going to name it as oxidation. That is called loss of electrons. Loss of electron example. Now I am going to take a sodium metal. Sodium metal which is going to lose one electron to become the electropositive, right? Na plus and one electron which is going to be removed here. So that is called loss of electron. So here atomic number 11 should be there. 11 electrons is there. Now I am going to remove from one electron from the sodium metal. It forms the sodium positive charge. One electron is going to be removed. So that is called loss of electrons. Loss of electron which comes under the oxidation. Right? What about this reduction? What it tells the opposite word? Loss of electrons, gain of electrons. Gain of electron. How the electron should be gained here? Suppose if I take the example of more of the chlorine molecule gas plus if I am going to add an electron, so this electron which is going to be taken out from the sodium metal, what is going to form here? Cl minus is going to be formed here. Means Cl, it is in initial state, it was 17, right? If I add an electron towards this one, that becomes the Cl minus. This is a stable one. So this is about the redox reactions. So here the oxidation and reduction. So you should remember this one definitions. So these definitions are very much important for the learning the electrochemistry chapters. So after learning the basic concept of the electrochemistry, let's move towards the electrochemistry. So here the one more two word exists. So that is called cathode and another one is called anode. Cathode means where the reduction takes place. So that is called positive charge. Anode means oxidation will take place. So that is called negative charge. Simply, so oxidation means it is going to be lose some electrons. Reduction means it is going to gain some of the electrons in this electrochemistry words definition. So let's move towards the electrochemistry. So you know the electrochemistry means here the two words will come. That is called electro means electrical energy will be there. Chemistry means chemical reactions. So simultaneously we are going to study here. So this word is associated with the electrical energy as well as the chemical energy. So chemical energy is nothing but the involving the various chemical reactions. So that's why they are going to coin the one term that is called electrochemistry. So here that is going to be different as it is a branch of chemistry. Electrochemistry is a very big branch of chemistry which deals with the production of electricity. Very simple word, which deals with the production of the electricity. Electricity which is going to be produced here, or interconversion of electrical energy and chemical energy. So as the name indicates, electrical is there and chemical energy will be there. So simultaneously our interconversion it takes place. Interconversion means it may convert electrical energy into chemical energy or vice versa. Chemical energy into electrical energy. So that we are going to define as the electrochemistry. That is what main branch of the chemistry. And here the electrochemical cell will be there. So here electrochemical cell which is going to be defined as the same as this one only. It is also conversion of the either electrical energy into chemical energy or chemical energy into electrical energy. So I am going to write line here. It may takes place either electrical energy into chemical energy or vice versa. Chemical energy into electrical energy. That we are going to call as the electrochemical cell. And here mainly two types will be there in the electrochemical cell. That is called galvanic cell or voltaic cell. One more is electrolytic cell. So first one is called galvanic cell. Galvanic cell or voltaic cell. Voltaic cell. Second one is called electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. So let's define the galvanic or voltaic cell. So which converts the chemical energy of some spontaneous redox reactions into electrical energy. Whereas this electrolytic cell, so it is opposite word. So converts the electrical energy of the non-spontaneous. The word non-spontaneous redox reactions into chemical energy. So that we are going to define as the electrolytic cell. So here the one word existence that is called spontaneous. Redox means you are already familiar. Redox means the reaction simultaneous oxidation as well as the reduction takes place. That is called redox reaction. Here the spontaneous and non-spontaneous. Spontaneous means by itself, by its own. This spontaneous is not going to require any energy, but this non-spontaneous which is going to require some external energy. Here the external energy is going to be needed for this type of reaction, but here by its own itself it is going to take it. So if I tell the example for the spontaneous, so you are going to fill the water in syntax, right, in the upstairs. So when you open the tap up from the ground floor, what happens? So without energy, you are not going to any electrical energy, then water can flow from upwards towards the downwards, right? So that is no much of the energy is going to be required, right? So that is called spontaneous flowing of the water from syntax up from the upstairs to downwards. What about this non-spontaneous? It's a reverse order. You are going to pulling the water from downwards to upwards, means it is going to require some electrical energy. That is called you are going to use the motor in your home, right? To fill the water in syntax, you are going to pull the water from downwards to upwards. That is called non-spontaneous. That's why you are going to require the external energies must be applied here. So let's discuss about the galvanic cell. So galvanic cell, you know the definition. In order to construct this galvanic cell, we are going to take an example for this one. That is called Daniell cell. So this is an example for the Daniell cell. So let's see here. So they are in galvanic cell. They are going to take two electrodes. So this is one electrode and this is one electrode. So two types of electrodes will be there. One is containing anode, another will be cathode. Anode means always negative charge. It will be negative charge. So anode means always oxidation takes place. Cathode means reduction takes place here. When the two rods are dipped in the same solution. So this is called a zinc rod. This zinc rod or zinc electrode, which is going to be dipped in its own solution. That is called zinc sulfate. Zinc rod is dipped in zinc sulfate solution, whereas this copper rod, which is going to be dissolved in its copper solution. What happens here? So and these containers which are going to be interconnection with this salt bridge. So how it will be salt bridge? Salt bridge is nothing but it is a reverse order of this U2, right? So if you write this U, this is U. So how it will be the salt bridge? It is in the reverse of the U2. That is called. They are going to be internally connected with these containers. What is the advantage of the salt bridge? What is the function of this salt bridge? Let's discuss here. So in order to complete the complete circuit, or in order to complete the reaction, this salt bridge is which is much essential for these reactions, and also it causes the migration of the ions from one electrode to another electrode, and it maintains the electrical neutrality at the anode as well as the cathode, and it also it minimizes the liquid junction potential also. So what happens, and these rods which are going to be connected by the metallic wire, right? These are the wires, these connected to the voltmeter. So this shows the electrons which are going to be ejected from this anode to, they are moving, right? So these symbols shows that the electrons which are moving here, so that coming here. That's why anode means loss of electrons. And reduction is gaining the electrons, that is called reduction. That's why it is going to be named as a cathode, and cathode will be in the positive charge, so this anode will be the negative charge. So now the electricity which will be moving like this. So let's take the reactions here, and here the zinc rod, when it is going to be dipped in this zinc sulfate, what happens? Oxidation takes place, means removal of the electrons. Electrons are going to be ejected, so like this. So then 2 plus, and this is going to revolve into 2 electrons, means loss of electrons. What happens? Copper, which is going to be gaining the electrons from this zinc. That's why this copper, the zinc is eliminates the 2 electrons. These 2 electrons which is going to be used for this copper, so now it becomes the Cu, right? So now I am writing the overall reaction. These 2 electrons from the LHS and RHS, these are going to be eliminated. So LHS is equal to RHS. So LHS means zinc, which is containing zinc plus Cu2 plus, and here right side Zn2 plus Cu. So this is the overall reaction, set of reaction which is going to be takes place in Daniell cell, and we are going to dip the 2 rods in the respective solutions. This is the oxidation state of the zinc in zinc sulfate, right? So you know this one. So here the oxidation state of zinc sulfate will be Zn2 plus. How I am writing the 2 plus? Because sulfate is containing the 2 minus ions, right? Always. So that's why. So in vice versa, it becomes the 2 plus. Like this also in copper sulfate, what is the oxidation state of the copper in copper sulfate? That is also Cu2 plus. Why it is required here? So in order to represent the cell using these symbols, let's write the representations of the cell using these symbols. So first I should write the M1. M1 means the metal which is going to be takes here. That is called rod, right? So this is zinc rod. M1, which is going to be dissolved in the own solutions, right? Solutions, that is you are using zinc sulfate, that I am going to write in the oxidation state manner. That is called N plus. Also, you should write the concentrations. What is the concentration here? That is zinc sulfate concentration. So this is a double mark indicates the salt bridge. This is going to be interconnected with this salt bridge. So like that's why I am going to write like this. And also I am going to take this concentration, that is called M2. M2 concentration. So that I am going to write in the oxidation manner. This is called same N plus, and remaining is the metal M2. So this is the way of the represent the cell by using the symbol. So now we should write this one for the Daniell cell. So what is the metal we are going to use here? What is the metal? That is zinc metal we are going to use here. Where we are going to dip that one? That is called zinc sulfate solution, or we should write in the oxidation form, because that should be in the oxidation form. The N plus means Zn, which is going to lose the 2 electrons. electrons, or this zinc rod is going to be dipped in the zinc sulfate solution. This is a salt bridge connection. So here, what is the concentration here? That is copper sulfate you should write, or you should write in the oxidation state here, that is called Cu2 plus. And what is the metal we are going to dip here in the solution? That is called copper. So this is the way to represent the cell by using the symbols. So this is we are going to call it, this is called left-handed electrode. Left-handed electrode. This is called right-handed electrode. That should be denoted as the LHE. This is RHE.